In March of 2019, Caleb, his older sister Morgan, their mother Kim, and a foreign exchange student living with the family were in a tragic car accident.
Distracted driver ran a stop sign and hit us at full highway speed. Our vehicle rolled at least twice, and I have no recollection of it. Woke up in the hospital, and then we've been unfolding this story ever since.
The accident left 13-year-old Caleb fighting for his life.
He had massive brain swelling and was unconscious for a very long time.
So he suffered basically smashed face injury, resulted in significant brain injury, trauma, loss of vision, and loss of hearing in his left ear.
They told us that when he did survive, that he would be nothing more than a vegetable. They recommended that we go ahead and remove the life support from him.
The doctor told me he had no prognosis for meaningful recovery. And I just told him, I said, "Doctor, I said, thank you for your opinion. God's got bigger plans for my son." And he did, and he does.
Spending more than 5 months in 3 different hospitals and another 3 months of full-day intensive rehab hospital care.
Most people with disabilities focus their lives on what they cannot do. I, however, focus my life on what I can do. Even though I'm blind, I focus my life on what I can do.
But it wasn't easy, ultimately requiring 18 surgeries and extensive therapy. Being paired with orientation and mobility specialist,
I realized right away Caleb's a champion. He's a winner. It's obvious.
Through all of his injuries, setbacks, and disabilities, it is hard to understand how he does it and how he does it with the attitude towards success.
Always a positive attitude. Never say die. He's an inspiration to me.
Ray passed on information about Leader Dog to the Tobias family, and they determined that Caleb would apply for the teen summer camp at Leader Dog in Rochester Hills, Michigan.
About 6 weeks before he was to go to that program, which we were terrifically nervous about sending him off to, we got a call from client services, and they said, "Hey, we've got an opening in our teen O&M program 2 weeks prior to that. Would you like to come? But you have to have a parent come with him as well." They had studied not only what we put in on the application and sent in and the video clips that we sent, but they had reviewed his home environment and understood at a level that I was frankly surprised by upon initial introduction. And so they tailored the course for him as an individual.
They focused in on mastering those lifelong orientation and mobility skills that they really need.
But when it was done, it was so gratifying and so confidence inspiring that he was successful and he was safe, and that 2 weeks later he was going to be turning around and going back on his own and doing it again.
Caleb returned for the teen summer camp, this time without his father along.
Based on a scale of 1 to 10 of how fun that was, I'd have to give that an 11. It was amazing.
We told him when he headed off to camp, "Hey, you need to give us a call each evening, tell us how it's going, check in, you know. We want to make sure you're doing okay." And on the 3rd night, we hadn't heard from him. And so we called him, and he answers the phone, and he says, "Yeah, hi, Dad, I can't talk right now. We're busy. I'll call you later." In that 5-second phone call with him, it told us that not only were they taking care of him there, but he was having a great time.
I walked on with Jamie and a guide dog, and I learned so much. I learned like the signals to do, like to tell the guide dog to move in a certain way and stuff. And I learned like how to take care of a guide dog.
I think going to the teen summer camp changed Caleb in that it helped him see a future, a path toward, hey, I need to be able to master these skills.
Thinking towards the future, Caleb hopes to one day have a guide dog.
I mean, I kind of have independence now, but every once in a while I need someone to help me when I'm walking around if I can. If I have a guide dog, my guide dog is my helper.
For someone young like Caleb, whose whole life is in front of them, having the facility of a guide dog It's going to increase the efficiency of his life, his opportunities.
For us, Leader Dog has given us hope for the future. And the reason they're able to give that hope for the future is because they treat the whole person. It is more than just about the dogs.
This group of people up in Michigan is not your average everyday group.
Up there at Leader Dogs, they're like next level.